Hey everybody, I just wanted to follow up on a video I did the other day about bot flies and boticide worms that are very, very prevalent this time of year. I just went to southern states and I picked up 3 Zymectrin Dewormers here, and you can see that these have a boticide in them. They are ivermectin paste, but they contain a boticide as well. So they come in these little syringe things, but they're not really needles. They just look like a syringe. And what's neat about these is you can take, and they have a little dial down bar here. This little round thing that is on the, the handle here. You can move this up and down to match your horse's weight. So you twist it, you pull it down to the weight that they are. I currently have mine set at 800 for both my boys. That's for Shakespeare and Wyatt. And then for True, I have it set, I just put it all the way to the end for True at the 1250. I did talk to my vet about this, and he said that basically you cannot overdose these horses on dewormer. So even if you don't quite get it right, I always kind of give them a little bit more because inevitably they spit it out. And I would rather know that they got their dose rather than erring on the side of caution. Like if I just put 750 pounds and they spit half of it out, then they might only get, a half a dose as to what they're supposed to get. So I would rather just give them a little bit more than less, and that is in fact what I am going to do. So I'm going to just squirt these right into their feed buckets, except for one. I will leave one out so that I can show you all how to deworm a horse on the ground if you had to. But I just prefer to shoot them right in their feed buckets because honestly it's so much easier, and they gobble it down anyway most of the time. So I'll show you what I do there. Okay, so I am outside now and I'm getting ready to put this is their feed that I have mixed up. I haven't completely mixed it because I just added another supplement to it. That is some MSM powder that I added. It just helps with their joints and inflammation and such. So I have got True's measured out here to about 1,250 pounds, but of course True is not quite that big, but sorry, my dogs are barking. But if she spits any of it out, then I don't need to worry about her losing it. So I'm just going to go ahead and squirt that whole tube down into here. And it comes with these little caps that you pull off. And I'll just recap that. This stuff reminds me of, it's a paste. So it kind of reminds you of like glue from when you were a kid, playing with the glue. Okay, so this is Shakespeare's bucket. I'm going to go ahead and give him some as well. So you'll see, let me see if I can zoom in on that. You can see that this is what this paste looks like. It's like a thick kind of, it's almost like cream cheese in a way, except a little bit more goopy. Maybe like, I don't know, sour cream, something like that. Rosie, would you please stop barking? I'm dog sitting, so I've got everybody barking right here right now. And then I'm going to save Wyatt's for when we actually get to the farm. And I'm going to show you how I would administer that if I did not put it in their feed. And then basically what I'm going to do is just stir this in pretty well. Make sure this gets mixed in. Now this is soaked feed. I have already soaked her feed in hot water. We've got some, we have some MSM in here. We have some feed salt so that they get some extra salt because they've been sweating a lot. I have some extra supplements in here for their coat. I have some minerals in here, some amino trace minerals to give them extra minerals for anything that they might not be getting through their grass, because the grass is definitely going dormant. It's already gone dormant, so we're at that point now where they're not getting a lot of nutrients through their grass. So what I do is I add extra nutrients and minerals to their feed. And I've got some, I have a excellent, you know, mineral supplement that I give to them, and it's really, I've seen a marked improvement in like their hooves and stuff like that. So if anyone wants that information, I can give you that. But they also get some raspberry leaf in here every day. I always give them some raspberry leaf, and that helps because True is a mare. It helps with her heat cycles and her menstruation cycles. It helps her ovarian pain to not feel as strong, and it also helps keep her a little more calm during her cycles. And I do give it to the boys as well because it's a natural anti-inflammatory. It also helps their reactions to True's heat cycle. They don't react as strongly with their let's just say their attitudes, because sometimes when you have a mare in heat, even though my boys are both gelded, which means they cannot impregnate her, they still can get a little weird when a mare goes into heat. They act strange, they get much more dominant, and sometimes that can cause them to sort of fight each other, which we never want that. So I just got the rest of their supplements mixed up in here really well, and their deworming paste. So the only one that does not have dewormer right now is Wyatt. I'm going to administer that to him by hand, just so that I can show you all how I do that. So, okay, well, we are off to go see the horses. Now, see, there's some paste in here that I didn't do a great job of mixing up. I can see it, and those are the sections that I know True will spit out. So that is why I put a little extra in here, because horses are very good at tasting things and they can spit stuff out. So I'll give that a little extra stir, and then we're off to see the horses. Hey everybody. Okay, so we're gonna try to film this. I've got the dewormer here for Wyatt. I'm gonna take the cap off. If I can get it off. I'm gonna put that. Now it's got some gunk on it, so I'm just going to drop it for right now. I've already got my dewormer set to his weight. So I'm going to just come over here. I'm going to rub his face. Okay? See how I'm just rubbing the side of his face right now? And then I'm just going to take that dewormer and I'm going to put it right up in the side, as far back as I can. I'm going to squirt it. And then I'm going to hold his face up so that he does not spit it out. Gotta swallow it, baby. Gotta swallow it. So, I have taught my horses to be good with dewormer. A lot of horses, though, will fight you like crazy if you try to do that. So, you really have to teach them from a young age that a dewormer is okay. And, you know, what a lot of people will do is they'll take these tubes and they'll keep them. And this is just a little tip. They'll keep these tubes, and once they're emptied, they'll rinse them out, and then they'll fill them with their horse's favorite treat, like applesauce, or maybe some molasses, or something like that. And then they'll work on giving that as a treat to them, so that when the time comes that they actually have to deworm, you know, when they get that up in that mouth like that, it's not scary to them. They think they're getting a treat. And you can kind of slip the dewormer in there, and then you can follow it up with a chaser, like a, you know, whatever, applesauce or whatever their favorite treat is. I personally never did that. I've never had to do that. But, you know, if you have a very difficult horse that just will not let you deworm them, that is a great way of, I mean, not tricking them, but it's a great way of desensitizing them to that, you know, to that dewormer. So, and then I'm just going to reward him for being a good boy here, because he was very good. So he's going to get some scratches in his favorite spots. And I'm just going to say thank you to him for being such a good boy. So So he loves that reward. So there you have it, folks. Deworm your horses. It's critically important. All right.